All right, guys, let's talk just a little bit about reporting square footage in MLS. Now, one of the problems that appraisers have to deal with is the way that detached spaces get reported. Now, whenever you have a house, and let's say you've got a barn apartment, a garage apartment, some kind of detached recording studio, whatever it is, if it is detached finished space, well, it obviously has value and we want to make sure it gets counted, but it should not be included with the normal residential square footage count. It should be separated. It's just like basements. When you report a square footage total to MLS, it should be only the main finished living area. If you've got a 400 square foot detached apartment, you want to list that somewhere separately in the MLS, but you do not want to include it in the main finished square footage count. And it's the same with bed and bath count. If your detached apartment, let's say you've got a garage apartment and it's got 1 bedroom and 1 bath. The house is 6 total rooms, 3 bedrooms, and 2 baths. So you report that as a 4-bedroom house with 3 full baths. Well, that's misleading. It's still a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It just has a detached space or attached apartment that has that 1 bedroom and 1 bath. Just always make sure that those kind of spaces are separated, because we're all looking for the same thing. Apples to apples. The easier and the more clear that's reported in MLS, the easier it is for everybody to work on, whether it's CMAs or appraisals. But we've got to be able to know what is what, and that one number can be misleading sometimes. And it's the same way with basements. Let me tell you a story about I did an appraisal for a realtor, which appraisers are always a little scared to do. But anyway, this lady was a 30-year veteran. Really good at her job. She's done very well over the years and, really didn't have a problem. Had a beautiful house, great location. Well, anyway, when I turned the report in, I found out that she was furious with me. Thinking, oh my God, what have I done? I thought the value was good. I took my time, did an extra good job on the report. Well, she was mad with me because the way I had the square footage and the room count reported. The quote was, "You did not list my house as 3 full bathrooms." This was the first thing I got. "You even included a picture of the bathroom and you still didn't put it in the report. How could you possibly miss that? And my house is a 4-bedroom, it's not a 3-bedroom. Well, guys, the way every agent needs to know how to read an appraisal report. Appraisers are required by federal law to report square footage as GLA. Most of you've seen this term, and what does GLA mean? Gross living area is defined as finished living area above grade only. If it's in the basement, it's not going to be reported there. If it's a detached space, it's not going to be reported there. It's same thing where she had 3 bedrooms upstairs. On the lower level, she had a bedroom and a bathroom. But where I reported the square footage, sure enough, I listed 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and I'm required by federal law to do that. But that's something that every agent should understand and be able to explain to your clients. If you've got a buyer or a seller looking at an appraisal and they say, "Where's my other bedroom? Where's my bathroom? Where's this square footage?" You need to understand that and be able to explain it to them. You're the expert, so you need to know how this stuff works. So just remember, we're always looking to do apples to apples comparisons. When you report that square footage total for a house, if you've got a basement, it's fine to list it as one total finished square footage. But somewhere in that MLS, you've got to separate that space. If you've got a 3,200 square foot home, 2,000 square feet on the main level, and a 1,200 square foot basement, that's not a fair comparison with a 3,200 square foot ranch. Always make sure if you've got finished basement space, list it somewhere on that MLS sheet as a separate number so that your peers and appraisers know that there's finished space in the basement. And in a basement, guys, remember, there's really only three possibilities in a basement. You can have finished living area, you can have partly finished living area, or you can have unfinished space. So there's only so many options down there, and we're going to watch a video next that talks about how to measure a basement and how rooms should be counted and what you really should do in a basement. But just remember that the more information that you put in the MLS, the better appraisals you're going to get, the better CMAs. We all want apples to apples. I'll say it 100 times. Just remember, details do make a difference, and pictures. Guys, if you got a basement, put a lot of pictures. Details matter, and so do pictures.